everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. I'm your host, Color Fade. It's episode 5. We are down here in the shield maze, trying desperately to continue to make progress here. So, we're going to take a look at what this lever does. Oh, it's a secret room.
That is not far.
It's a secret room. Oh. Pick the lock at 95% chance. That's nice.
I am helpful. Am I not?
You are. Very. Okay, what do we have here? This is a Masterwork Great Club, which gets us 100 gold pieces. And a comma for 1. And a heavy pick for 2. So that's the gold points. I'm looking at the cost of the item, how much it's worth in the bottom right-hand corner. And there is half plate for 150. Which may be hugely helpful to our character here. Armor class 8, 0 max dex bonus. So you can see that she's going to end up with the exact same armor class as the banded mail she's wearing. If we flip this on, she'll still be 23. Oh no, she's 24. Why is she 24? It's +1, but she doesn't get a dex bonus. Oh, she has no dex bonus right now. That's why. Okay. Right now, it's more beneficial for her to wear this because she's taking a dex penalty because of the poison. So, alright. Well, that was nice.
I'll go ahead.
Let's find out what's going on over here then. What's this? Uh-oh. This is some kind of medium earth elemental. What's in here? Diamond dust, which is really, really useful for spells, so you definitely don't want to sell it. Alright. That thing is going to be difficult.
You won't survive me.
Only 2 points of damage. And 1 point of damage. Let's see, it's a level 4 outsider, so that makes it hard. Its reflexes are 3. It has immunities to a ton of stuff, so you can see it's got immunity to being stunned, immunity to critical hits and precision damage, which basically means sneak attack. It's got immunity to sleep, paralyze, and stun. It can still fall down, which is the nice thing. So, I may have to use grease on it when it comes over here. As long as we can keep hitting it, that'd be great. I'm going to move my characters into position here to kind of... She's the one I got to worry about. Put her right there, give her defense, and tell her, don't get hit. Oh, and he rolled right on by. Great. Okay, I'm going to try to put him on the ground. And he reflex saved. Turkey. Okay. And I'm still going to try to 5-foot my way out of here because I don't need to be anywhere near his reach. This character probably doesn't have as good of a chance to do damage as I would hope. This thing can't be sleeped. All she can do is attack, or she can enlarge person. There we go. Use this. You get away, my character. You're doing a terrible job there, Heathcliff. Oh my. Oh, and he saved again. His reflex save. So I'm gonna do Light of the Angels. Let's see, does everybody have Light of the Angels on them? Yeah, I do. Enemies become dazzled for 1d4 rounds. I don't think he can be dazzled. Sleep, paralyzed, stunned. I don't think so, but I'm still going to try it. Alright. You're just going to have to poke him, sister. Use this thing and go over here and poke. There we go. 6 points of damage. It's not much.
Endure this.
Yikes. Oh, that helped. At least it only gets the one attack, which is pretty nice.
Calculated risk.
Poke him again for only 2 damage. That's tough.
Make every strike count.
Oh my gosh. All you gotta do is roll higher than a 10, man, and you're just failing. Fortunately, the Paladin came in here. Oh, and she fell down on the grease. That's my bad. I should go in here, and I love this. She got this dismiss spell. Make the grease go away. What do we got? Meteor dust. I don't know if that's going to be useful in any meaningful way, but we will see. Alright, so the whole room has been cleared. And there was a top secret room over there, and we cleared that.
I know the way.
And there's a room over here. Alright. What's in this room?
I found
Something.
something.
Go undo that. Trappus.
I hope you appreciate this.
Go undo the Trapicus Menicus. So what do we have here? Stairs that go down. To where? Where are we on the map? We're over in this section. Okay, and there's a door over here, I think, that we can go through with the key that we grabbed, but we haven't done that yet. Okay. One thing I'd really like to be able to do is in games like this, so if you're out there listening, yeah, I would love to be able to annotate these maps myself. I'd love to be able to click on a spot and make a little icon come up and type in something for it and then just have the icon show, and when I hover my mouse over it, have a little window open up over here that says whatever I typed in. So I could say, like over here, I'm pretty sure this is the room with the water elemental. I'd love to be able to say water elemental here and leave an icon there with a customizable color. I can't remember the last game that allowed me to do that. I think it might have even been the Temple of Elemental Evil, but I know other games in the past, and I think Neverwinter Nights might even let you do this, but I know games have let me do this, and I really appreciate it, being able to make map notes. It really helps.
Follow my lead.
So there's a Cambion.
You've crossed the wrong another obstacle.
This particular room here is giving me big time Divinity Original Sin 2 vibes when you're on the very first island.
This should do it.
Yes, he actually hit that time. Nice. Uh-oh. There's one over there. I thought there'd be another one somewhere. Well, let's see if we can just
Won't survive me.
kill one of them first. I'm going to have her charge and play defense. Yeah, that's why she missed. Part of it. Ooh. Oh, and it's probably a good thing I'm having her play defense, because that was...
Let's try this way.
Oh, wow. Lane scored a critical hit. Well, good for you, brother. Okay, sister. He's got a crossbow, so get over there. Okay. Score. There you go. Can you do it again? Boom. Nice. Me, I'm gonna take a shot. She's gonna come over here and poke him. Oh. Oh, he's gonna switch to his weapon. That causes him to take a turn there.
Endure this.
That causes a half of a turn. Oh, and it's just too late for him. It's just too late. Okay, what's in here to loot? Magic mushrooms? Fairy mushroom. There is studded lever, Masterwork scimitar for 100, and a blood vial. We'll leave the armor behind because it's heavy, and the cost to benefit to weight ratio is a minimum. Composite longbow for 100. Okay. Sister girl, tell me about healing that character. Oh, that's not good enough. Do it again. And heal this ruffian. Okay. I see gems in the wall that are multicolored. I sense a puzzle about to happen. Okay, this is interesting. There's a puzzle here. Do we have any hint about what this is? The key to the door leading to the heart of the shield maze has been found. Yes. Okay. Doesn't tell me anything though, so let's go back to inventory and look at stuff. Hosilla's orders. Follow these simple rules, and then almost new diary. Just didn't tell me anything. And the key we know we need. So, okay, she's
Together,
got
we stand.
blue, red, yellow, green. Yellow and blue makes green. Yellow, blue makes green. Okay. That's not the right combination. Is there a hint anywhere in here as to what we should be doing? What's this? Some kind of creature that died in its cell. Well then. Okay. So if we just let them go in order, it does the colors. That doesn't mean anything, does it? Green and yellow. Blue. How many? There's 4 factorial combinations here. That's a lot. So we went red, green, yellow, blue. Red, green, blue, yellow. That takes care of every combination that starts with red. So now we'll go blue, red. Blue, green, red, yellow. Actually, it doesn't take care of every combination, does it? So, because you can go blue, green, yellow. Oh, jeez, this... Yeah, there's more combinations than that. Blue, yellow, green, red. I don't even know what the starting color is supposed to be for that. So, without knowledge of what the starting color is, you can see there's... It's what, 4 factorial times 3? I can't remember my own statistics math. It's a lot. There's a lot of combinations there. I assume that there's a hint around here somewhere. I don't see one though. Where are we? Right there. And there's nothing on these guys, is there? Like, yeah, there's nothing here. Nope. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is interesting. Because, alright, I'm going to roll through these real quick. Well, this is certainly interesting. This is one of my gripes with Pathfinder in particular, not necessarily party-based role-playing games, because most of the time they do a really good job of giving you some kind of hint about how you're supposed to go about something. And I was correct on the math. 4 items like this, if you're going to select each one of them individually in sequence, in a bunch of different sequences, there's actually 4 factorial numbers of combinations, and 4 factorial is 24. Unfortunately, the developers have decided to go a step further with this to confuse you, and that's a red herring. You actually have to press one of the buttons twice and not press one of the buttons at all. And I still, from looking it up on Google, I still couldn't find out where the hint exists to tell you this. I don't know how anybody figured this out, because removing one of the colors and clicking another one twice no longer makes it a 4 factorial problem. It's exponentially bigger than that. The correct answer is yellow, blue, red, and press yellow again. And that opens up a secret room. And I was right about what's in this room. Supposedly there is the Paladin Sword. There it is. Hosilla peers closely at the sword, which seems utterly unacceptable to you. Wait, this is... No! It can't be! Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance! The sword of the great Yaniel. That's what this is. But it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I'd heard, at least. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be that very same sword. Camellia rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times, in paintings and in the hands of Yaniel's statue. I've even thought of going to the Estrad Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? What's so special about it? She frowns. Now, nothing, I guess. But this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yaniel held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see Radiant's light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they made a mockery of it. You're empathizing with an object. Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We are highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you, they did nothing good to it. That sounds bad. Sounds bad. Who's Yaniel? No! You've never heard of Yaniel? She's famous all over Galorian. She was a great woman. She was born in Mendev, and when the crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always the first into battle, and she never sacrificed other people's lives for a tactical advantage. That's how she's been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she looks capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her commanders. Maybe they envied her. Maybe there was more to it than that. I don't know. But anyway, she went into the World Wound without her fellow soldiers. And she didn't just survive the mission. She even brought back crusaders she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died as she lived, with pride. She was one of the people defending Dresden to the very end, and that's where she perished. Hosilla frowns. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope that she died quickly. A hero's death. Because if she didn't, that means she was taken prisoner and had to endure unspeakable horrors. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. How could a priceless relic end up down here? Yaniel disappeared, but by some miracle Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yaniel's blade and always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics. But now it turns out that somebody stole it. She laughs. I have this weird feeling like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's no use to us. It's no use to anyone down here, but what if it could be repaired? Let's keep going. So what's a sword look like? Yaniel. It's up here. Cold Iron Masterwork Dueling Sword. Nobody can use that, can they? No. Radiance can't be equipped by this character. It can be equipped by her, though. It's a long sword. It's one-handed right now. Its qualities are Masterwork and Cold Iron, which is great, and that's all it is. It's not special at all. But the Cold Iron and +1 basically makes it like the sword she has in her hand now, except I'd much rather give her this. Paladin Sword. She deserves it. Alright. Oh. And there's stuff up there and stuff down here. Let's open this up. 100% to unlock it.
I am helpful. am I not?
Excellent. You are. It's fantastic. Good job. Alright, so now we can get out of here.
That is not far.
So my gripe with this is, and I saw this a lot in Pathfinder Kingmaker. I griped a lot about Pathfinder Kingmaker, how they just didn't do a very good job of giving you hints for things like that, or designing dungeons in a way that wasn't sadistically painful to the player. You know, it's like, where was the hint in this dungeon of how to deal with this particular task over here? I didn't see one. So that to me is to me that's something that needs to be worked on. It's like you can do a better job than that. Okay, so now we have to get out of this maze. Let's see, what do we want to do? We're going this direction, and we want to basically turn left and go up these stairs. Because we have emptied the rest of this out. There's a bag of stuff we left behind.
I'll go ahead.
So here we are, up to this spot. This is where we left loot before, and now we have this key, which should help. We went through here. We got stuck at these doors because we didn't have the key, but now we have the key. So I feel like maybe the smart thing to do here is camp before we go. What is this? Inspecting a creature. Your party members can use their knowledge and lore skills to inspect creatures. That'd be great. Camp. Let's do this, because I need to get rid of her damage. Begin resting. And what's it say about the corruption?
The world must be cleansed. Starting with my immediate vicinity.
Okay. Protective charms and rituals will weaken the growth of corruption. Yes, but what does that actually mean? I don't know what that means yet. Alright. No incidents happened in the middle of the night, which is fantastic. We're back. She's back to full strength, so we can... Oh, yes. Camping. There are tough battles to come. Your heroes are tired and might have to run out of spells. To replenish your power, set up camp and have a rest. Yes, we did. Oh, yes. Give me all the circular staircases in the world. One of the things I loved about some of the dungeons in Skyrim. There's some really cool ones like that. The old forts. Really tough battles up ahead. Well, you've already thrown a whole bunch of level 4 and level 5 characters at me, even though we're only level 2. And what's our experience like? We've barely made any experience at all. Oh my gosh. Okay, so before we do this fight, you have to buff to the gills. And I also have one other recommendation for people who are having difficulty with this fight, and that is to turn off turn-based mode. You're going to want to just let the characters run wild. So
Open your heart to me.
there are a couple of important buffs for certain characters. Bear's endurance for these two. She's going to want Potion of Enlarged Person, and I put a composite longbow in his slot. He's also going to want to take Potion of Enlarged Person, and she'll do a Shield of Faith.
Are we in trouble yet?
I'm going to give him a Mage Armor.
We will win this war.
She's going to get a Bark Skin. She's also going to Potion of Protection from Evil, a Potion of Shield of Faith. We're also going to give her Blur. And lastly, when the fight starts, we're going to give her Haste. Right there. We don't need this Potion of Reduced Person. That doesn't go anywhere. And then there's really no other potion that this protection from good isn't applicable here, and she can't use divine favor. And I don't think mage armor is going to affect anybody else except for potentially my own character, so he might use that. So I'll have him use mage
What's on
armor,
your mind? I wonder.
I will help where I can.
and he's going to use blur. Okay. And then we're going to run in here and do this. This is quick save it in case we have to come back. This is one of the this is a difficulty spike. It's a massive difficulty spike. It's incredibly frustrating. The video games still feel like they have to do this thing, and I've said on my Twitter account, I don't think these companies need to be in competition against Dark Souls. So we got a demon over here. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less defective than you. And so this fight is just so difficult. The character over here, standing behind this demon, is level 6. And remember, your whole entire party is level 2. So that's already you're in big trouble. And for whatever reason, it seems like the developers tuned this encounter to real-time with pause mode and not turn-based mode. It's even more hellish in turn-based mode. So after going through it a couple of times and being incredibly frustrated, and then watching other people on YouTube also fail with it, I decided to do it this way. And what I've also figured out is that he wants them to eat the flesh of these undead crusaders. What I've also kind of figured out about this whole thing, other than it's a mad difficulty spike. It's really hard. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the Assover's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh. You hear the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dare try to bind you to its well. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat, untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. I wanted to finish my thought. The other thing that I really found out about this fight, this is a fight where the luck of your dice rolls is going to determine whether you win or lose. Not your skill, not how well you play the game, strictly luck. If this character in the red with this big long glaive here, if that character hits your paladin, it's going to kill it in one swing. And the game is pretty much over then. If she misses and your paladin manages to hit her first, you may win. Maybe. So it's completely beholden to the dice roll there. When you have a mythic path, I'm going to choose the angel one. Seize upon the light hidden inside you. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. And I mean, you know, at that point in time, reading that line, I feel like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance? Because that's really what it feels like, this fight. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free, and enveloping the mongrels grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. So kind of like the Spirit Eater in Mask of the Betrayer for Neverwinter Nights 2, now you have a supernatural ability. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin. I am going to teleport away. He's already wounded. Windowog, kill. Windowog shows up to make her cameo appearance. I'm no longer your slave, Hosilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose in where it doesn't belong.
Yet another obstacle.
Alright, so I'm going to take her. I don't want a -4 penalty on attack rolls because I need to hit this character. I'm going to haste. The other thing is click to deactivate the AI. I want this person shooting at her, and I want him to use this skill. I want her to use a spirit weapon. I want this character, yeah, she's going to use a spirit weapon. I want you to do something else. I want you to maybe try to help us by casting that. Actually, she's going to come forward, so cast it right about there. Now, go get her. And me, I'm going to have to do a lot of my own saving here. Because Wendewog is over here shooting things at me. And unfortunately, these scrolls here are not anything helpful. So, scroll of summon water elemental. I'll try that, but I don't... Okay. So now my characters are attacking her, which is good. Okay. Summon a water elemental over there.
This was not
Yeah.
part of the plan.
I know. So, can she rescue you? Okay, she did enough damage, and so now, unfortunately, this character is going to summon things in. So, this is the point during the turn-based part when I thought, oh, we're good, and unfortunately, we're not. So, I'm going to do this, and this person's going to turn. She has to kill this one, and this one absolutely has to kill that one. Alright, and you absolutely have to shoot her again.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
And what do you have? Do you have a potion of grease? Scroll of sleep. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't work on her. But it might work on the dingo over here. I'm going to try to hit her with that. I'm going to get attacked though. Okay, that was good. She sleeped and saved on the will save, so that's too bad.
I'm wounded. This was not part of the plan.
I know. I'm gonna go down no matter what. And then she's got this fear thing. How many more hit points does she have? It's hard to tell. Okay, she's dead. Good. You're gonna get some healing. So it's a good thing I'm one of those players who likes to save all of my potions and spells and buffs, because I fear that there may be a really difficult fight coming on, which turns out there is.
I'll get you wide open.
You need to get over here. He's got some kind of fear response going on right now. Okay, you kill this thing.
To the fray.
Kill these things because they... Gosh darn it, somebody has got to go kill her. That's just too terrible. Go kill her. Okay. Now, kill this thing. Okay. But the AI seemed to turn back on. Okay, she's there. Good. You can see why you don't want to do this in turn mode. It would take like all day.
Well, are
Dope.
you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
Inspect the wound on your chest. The bleeding, deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If he had been marked by the abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
So, you've been serving Savamalak the whole time.
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neethers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry, and she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live, and gain the power to change everything. Savamalak tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
Oops, there it is.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
What did your service to Hosilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neaters easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's Sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
You won't betray anyone again.
You're all bark and no bite. Farewell, Uplander. Next time I won't spare you.
Good try. You with the bow and arrow. Good job, Lan. You missed.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why do you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Chief Saul appears flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored and his sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What's this? Anivia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old Holrin isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here, damn it. Horgus Gwyrm's lips curl in distaste as he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mortal mongrels. You said you were in charge of the reconnaissance from the Eagle's Watch, Anivia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Canebras? Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough that I sniffed after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the stories about the demons living beneath the streets of Canebras. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistakes, so thanks. How's your leg? Better than yesterday? Worse than the day before? I'm not gonna die, don't worry. You need to look after the young mongrels. I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everybody is capable of enduring something like that. It will change them forever. As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Uplander, and you, Lan, you saved them. Only the gods can salvage their souls. But we are a tribe. We will think of something. And when they're stronger, they can go to the surface. The time has come. This place must be burned with holy flame. The place is overrun with demons, but that's not the worst part. Wenduog. She's been working for the demons all the time, luring the young, strong mongrels into the maze. He nods at the unconscious mongrels. We might still be able to save these ones. They can't get any stupider, that's for sure. But they might be meaner than they were before. I suppose all teenagers are monsters in their own way. Sol laughs, but it comes out as a rasp. Lan, don't waste words on people who don't listen to the tribe. You act the fool, you suffer the consequences. He gives a ragged sigh. Wenduog, how could she? She deceived them and then she left. What's become of us? Chin up, Chief. The kids you rescued are safe now. The demons are gone and the traitor's been dealt with. All's well that ends well, I say. Time to get out of here. Lan says, Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface, and I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out there in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. Saul heaves a sigh. You never were one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things? Our life is not for you. You must go. But where? Where is the way out? Beats me, but these beasts got down here somehow. Lan searches Hosilla's body and shows you some papers and a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Anivia's eyes quickly skim over the letter and she passes it to you. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabras right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. And there we have it. Alright, this awful, horrible battle is over. We're going to loot stuff. We're going to loot... quick save that game. We're going to loot stuff and then we're going to get out of here. Thank goodness for a little grease. Grab all this stuff because there's fortunately a vendor here, which is really nice. So did we get everything? Yeah, we just got these two things. There's a vendor right here. Dyra. Let's trade. So we can get rid of all this stuff. Move these chain shirts over. Move that over. I'm going to keep this one because I think it's actually better for one of my characters in certain situations. There's a really nice glaive here. Enhancement +1. The glaive lands a hit on a new enemy for the first time. The target receives 1d6 negative damage. Oh. And all other enemies in a 15 feet radius must pass a will saving throw or become frightened for 1 round. So that's an incredible weapon. The scimitar, which we can get rid of. These rapiers, which we can get rid of. It's composite longbow, but we only need 1. Masterwork dagger, which I'm going to save for my character right now. Crossbows. This thing, a dwarven axe, which nobody can equip, but I'm going to hang on to it in case we meet a dwarf here very soon. Masterwork falcata. I'm going to hang on to some of this stuff because I don't know if I'm going to run into characters soon that are going to need these things. Like there's a Masterwork heavy flail and a Masterwork heavy mace. I can get rid of most of those scimitars. I only need to save 1 for myself for later. Masterwork short sword. See, I just don't know. Masterwork javelin. I don't know who I'm going to run into. So I'm going to deal that stuff. Because we might run into characters that need those. So this was... We used it all, and we needed it. And we got some diamond dust. That's nice. Cultist dispatch. What they have? They got braces of armor. How much money do we have? 2240. I don't see anything over here that we have to have. So I think we're good. All right. She has... Camping would be a good idea.
I am prepared.
I don't know if I can camp right here. Oh, I need the whole party. Can I camp right here? Yes. We're going to do that. And then we'll continue on next episode. So, begin resting. Come now, Sila. Don't be such a sourpuss. Trying earnestly to be a good comrade. I would dearly like to chat with you. Oh, really? You are a strange girl, Cammy. Always so pleasant, like a chirruping bird. But strange nonetheless. I wonder if they're not going to be voice acted this time.
Trouble? No,
What?
They did.
Oh my gosh, so now we got interrupted by a spider? Great, okay. Well. Okay. Click to activate artificial intelligence. Oh, we all killed it? Okay, great. And we're all healed. Perfect. Alright, I want to turn it back into turn-based mode. So I think are we ready to get out of here?
follow my lead.
Well, and I believe this is the exit right here. It is. So there we go, folks. That's it. It's going to be the end of that episode. It took a few shoots for me to do all of that. I will spare you the very first time I did that fight and the second time I did that fight. It was not good. And the third time, in fact. I think this was attempt number 4. So if you want to know how to get by it, that's how to do it. Buff yourself to the gills and hope for good rolls. Definitely take it off turn-based mode. That's my number 1 recommendation. I'll see you all next time. As always, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop your questions or comments below, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.